President Trump says in a few months he will be announcing his own social media platform. No other details given. I guess we're going to get some more details, folks in the Trump circle say, in the next few months. It's an awfully competitive environment. Could this work out for the former president? Let's talk to social media expert Adam Rizzieri, who is on the Newsmakers line. And Adam, welcome to Iowa Radio. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
Adam, this is a competitive environment, and one of the things that I thought about this announcement is I know there are a lot of people that are very passionate about their support of President Trump, but is that enough to actually launch a successful social media platform? What do you think?
Absolutely. I really do. You know, and really even foes of the president are kind of asking for a new solution to social media. I think it was just earlier today I saw something come out where Bernie Sanders was talking about his distaste and discomfort for the fact that Trump was banned from social media. I mean, when you have friends and foes alike saying it's really messed up, guys, that the president was banned from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and a whole list of other big tech companies, there's a real appetite now in the market for something that truly does facilitate the same conversations that we can have on a public sidewalk or in a town square.
Right. But there are platforms out there that are right now, Adam, taking advantage of it. There's Parler, there's Gab. Would this undermine them? I mean, President Trump, that's a name and that's a presence. Sure, would that be an immediate competition for other conservative or free thought platforms that popped up that said we don't censor people?
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. You know, these other platforms do not have the access that Trump has. Parler was one of the strongest competitors coming up to Twitter, right? And then we saw literally Apple, Amazon, Google come together to just smack those guys down when they were literally at the top of their success. They had just acquired something like 13 million users, with about 10 million of those users coming between those months of October and December of 2020. The same week that Parler was number one in the App Store was basically the last week that it was number one in the App Store, because it just disappeared from existence after that.
Yeah.
Right now, these other companies are really struggling now to create amazing mobile experiences. And the thing is Trump has Tim Cook on his speed dial. You know, so if there's an issue, Trump can get a hold of the guy at the top, whereas these other companies that are presenting, I think, very, very good concepts to the market, they're just not able to get even a response from the customer support teams at Google or Apple. So that's a big problem, right? And so I think that when you look at what Trump sort of has on his side of the fence, he has that combination of access, and of course he's got all the financial resources in the world. So when I think about what the Trump social network might look like, we're probably going to see kind of a stronger, more connected version of Parler hit the market. Now, oddly enough, Parler was financed by the Mercer family. You know, Rebecca Mercer, she's a heavy hitter in a lot of the hoity-toity conservative circles, right?
Right.
He was a big name. And of course, Dan Bongino, right? He's also one of the partners of Parler. But that being said, you know, they don't have a relationship with Tim Cook, right? But Trump does. So given that, it'll be really interesting to see if a totally new concept hits the market, or if perhaps the president finds some sort of way to collaborate with some of these existing concepts, such as Parler, to present something to us that's awesome.
Adam is Chief Marketing Officer with Agency Partner Interactive. That's a digital marketing firm. You know, Adam, what strikes me as funny about all of this is one of the, or a couple of the folks that would probably welcome this is CNN and MSNBC. There's something going on with the news channels called the Trump Slump, because he's just not around anymore. You know, if the guy's around anymore, that might lift all boats, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about this. The day Trump was booted from Twitter, that company lost $5 billion in value.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. That's a crazy hit, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you're talking about a guy that literally on Twitter alone had 88.9 million followers. There are only 69 million users on Twitter in the United States. So this guy's following is huge. Combined across like just the mainstream social platforms, we're talking about 151 million or so followers that are kind of seeing what Trump is up to next, you know? And so, yeah, this media slump's a real thing. I mean, shoot, I've felt It's like, where do I look for the latest and greatest of what the president's up to?
Right.
I can't go to Twitter. I can't look to Facebook. YouTube's gone. There's nowhere that you can really look to. And so journalists and friends and foes alike, we're all just kind of like wondering, where do we turn? There isn't a website for his new office, right? So we're just kind of like, where do we get our news updates? Where do we get our hourly updates, whether it's 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. from President Trump?
Right. So, Adam, when other alternative platforms have popped up like Parler, the legacy media immediately attacks them as promoting hate speech. There's not enough moderation going on. They take a look at some of the extreme things that are being said. I would assume that any social platform that involves President Trump would be attacked in the same way. But is that effective, or are we just we expect that media that's being competed with will attack other media? What do you think?
Man, you're onto something here. So nobody talks about the fact that Parler was offering like a $20,000 bounty to get liberal influencers on their platform to create more of a balanced conversation. You could expect that the mainstream media is going to probably do the same thing. They're going to stifle any sort of efforts that this new company might make to create more of a balance in the user base, more of a conversation and less of an echo chamber. So, but that being said, if this company truly is able to offer a forum that allows free information and freedom of speech, and frankly, it allows the users to expose conversations that are terrible, but it also allows the users to elevate conversations that are great, not relying on the social media platform to be a censor or a moderator, but just more of a facilitator for free speech. Then I think we'll probably see something to it, and we have to expect, though, that the media is not going to be very nice or friendly or receptive to the launch of this platform. But that's okay. There's already sort of a level of distrust with the mainstream media outlets that most people turn to today.
That's right. Exactly right. That's what they're operating from. That is a great point. That is Adam Rizzieri. He is a social media expert and just fantastic commentary today on President Trump saying he will announce soon his own social media platform. Thank you very much for your comments, Adam.